Hey everyone! It's been a while, hasn't it? I deeply apologize, but my mental health took a very big spiral last month, so I was like unable to do all of the things that I wanted to do when it comes to content creation. I kept my streams up, but I think my Twitch channel is more of a priority than my YouTube channel, so that's my excuse. Sometimes you just gotta prioritize other things, and sometimes your passion projects have to take a back seat for a little bit. But I'm back. So let's go ahead and hop in, and we are going to be doing another renovation today. Today we are going to be renovating Agave Abode, which is this build right here. It looks kind of bad from the mini-map, but you guys will recognize this when I go to it. I missed you all. I've got a few behind the scenes projects in the works, by the way, for YouTube, so I hope you guys are excited. All right, so this is the lot. I'm sure that all of you can recognize this from the start. It's very much, you can kind of see what they were going for. They were going for a nice, like, you know, they were going for a nice, is it called Mediterranean? I actually don't know the exact style, like the word's escaping me right now, so please roast me in the comments, but like, what's the word? It's like I think it starts with an M, so I'm gonna go with Mediterranean, but that might be the wrong word that I'm thinking of right now, so I'm just not gonna talk and pretend like I know what this is, but like I know what this is, like Spanish, like I'm thinking very hard right now and it's just not working. Anyways, so the one thing that I really hate about this build, if I could change one thing, it would be to pull the roof down like this. And that already makes it look a lot better in my opinion. But we are going to do a full renovation. This is the inside floor plan, and I also severely dislike how instead of having a full wall here and putting an archway in it like this, they decided to leave it open in a lot of places. Why not just do an open floor plan if you're going to keep these walls open? But anyways, we have a living room space. We have a dining room space, which I guess is behind the living room. There's a full kitchen in here. And then we have two bedrooms. We have a master bedroom and a smaller kids bedroom and one bathroom between them. So today our goal is to make this build a lot better. Let's go ahead and get started. So this house definitely needed a lot of work. As you can see, I always start by like deleting everything and like keeping the plants and stuff that they used outside of their build, because as much as I would like to just totally reinvent the entire style that EA is going for, these are starter homes, so I feel like I should at least kind of try to do what they have, or at least take what they have and turn it into something better. So I'm like trying to keep elements of their build. There are some things that I had to change, such as like the green trim and the green railing and stuff like that just wasn't working for me. But other than that, I try to keep most of the things that EA has chosen to go with and try to make them look okay. This is just like my way of flexing, as in like, you could have done better. No, just kidding. But like, also, come on, EA, step up your game. Honestly, they have been, because they've been allowing game changers to do a lot of their new builds and their new worlds. So I think that that's really helping. I really love the Snowy Escape Pack because all of the builds in it are made by game changers, so it is literally game changing. The world isn't ugly, and I haven't felt this like intense urge to like renovate that world as I do with like these worlds that already exist. I wonder if that's gonna kind of like ruin my whole rebuilding the Sims 4 thing in the future, because like whenever they come out with the next pack, I'm assuming that all of the builds are going to be built by game changers again. So am I just gonna be like, I do not want to offend anybody by like renovating their builds? I don't know. I'll probably still like, maybe instead of renovating, I'll like delete and then like try to, what's the word I'm looking for, emulate or copy or use their builds as inspiration and create a build of my own in place of theirs. But I don't feel like their builds need renovating, except for that one build. There's you guys know the one I'm talking about. There's a build in Snowy Escape that kind of looks like cardboard and like burnt toast. That's the best way I can describe it. They did the lot dirty. They did the lot dirty. The lot is literally dirt, and then it looks very oatmeal-y and just disgusting. It's just supposed to be this modern, simple house. I feel like it would have looked better if the terrain around it was not also the same color as the house, but that's the only lot that I feel like needs a little bit of help. But honestly, it's kind of out of, I think it was James Turner that built it. It was out of his hands, because I think I remember him, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think I remember him saying when he built the house, there was grass, so he was going based off of that assumption, and then they changed the terrain paint at last minute. So yeah, anyways, we're not talking about Snowy Escape right now. We're talking about this build. I had a lot of problems because the house was still pretty big, and I kept trying to like shrink it down and make it smaller, but it just like, I wanted to keep the same kind of scale as EA did, so I did spend a lot of money on the house, more than I probably should have. I probably could have made it a lot smaller. For example, the living room is way too large, the parents' bedroom is also way too large, and all of these factors I could have probably made a little bit more condensed and compact, but I did kind of want to keep the original shape that the build had without like having to reinvent the entire structure. So I was trying to be, you know, respectful, one might say. Anyways, you might be looking at this build right now and going, oh my god, Shella, why are the walls orange just like the tile? That looks terrible. Look, I'm not the one who started this. This actually is what the build came with, but don't worry, I regretfully waited until the end to change the wallpaper because like I knew in the back of my head that I wanted to change it, but I was more focused on my budget at the time, which by the way, I was trying to stay kind of around 18,000 simoleons, which I honestly can't remember. I'll have to look at the end of this video to see if I managed to do that, but I think the house ended up being cheaper than it was, which to me doesn't make any sense because I added so many furniture items in it, but I think the fact that I made the house a little bit smaller and more compact made the house cheaper overall, because honestly, walls are probably the most expensive thing in The Sims, which is kind of weird to think about, but like walls can get really expensive. And take it from someone who does a lot of rags to riches, you have to like decide, is it worth buying walls yet? Like that is a choice you have to make. Like, because I would rather have the items like a toilet, a sink, a refrigerator than have walls, because technically you don't really need walls in The Sims to stay alive, but that's the kind of decision making that you have to do because of how expensive walls are in The Sims. It makes sense though, walls are probably pretty expensive in real life as well. I wouldn't know. Even though when I was younger, our entire house got flooded because the toilet upstairs exploded. So imagine, here's your top floor, here's your bottom floor. So like the top floor entirely filled with water, and then it just started like pouring down through the vents onto our bottom floor. So when I was younger, we had to get out of our house and go stay in a hotel for like a month while they redid our house. They had to like remake our ceilings, our walls, and everything. And I was a child, so obviously I wasn't like, how much did that cost? I was more like, dude, our house is full of like plastic, because they had to put up these like giant plastic sheets and stuff. Anyways, probably pretty expensive, but my mom took that chance to redo our kitchen, which I think it looked pretty good. My mom's got a good eye for style. Maybe that's where I get it from. Well, we have a visitor. Sorry, I had to take a quick second there to go see what was wrong with her. She is very grumpy. You might barely be able to see her little head, but she was meowing in the bedroom. So we have to like keep my kitten and her separate because they fight a lot, and it's usually the little one likes to come up and bite her neck because she doesn't understand that that is actually very not okay and hurts Olivia, and Olivia doesn't like playing very much, so it's just this whole fiasco. Look at all your fans, they're here to say hello to you. She's like, Mom, what did you eat for breakfast? Oh, but she's my little buddy. She likes to help me with builds and all that fun stuff. Do you have anything you want to say to your fans? Okay, I'll make sure that that picks up. And thank you for being here. I'm gonna go ahead and put her down. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this speed build. I had a lot of fun with it. I definitely like this style of house. I tend to lean towards this kind of style when I'm building my own houses. It's either like suburban or whatever this is. I literally can't think of the word of it right now. Like, I know what it is, but the word's just not coming out of my mouth. So please help me in the comment section with what is wrong with my brain right now, because I just can't think of the word for it. Sometimes my brain just doesn't work, and that's okay. But anyways, enough of that. Let's go ahead and hop into the speed build. I'm gonna go through the house and give you guys a little bit of a closer look of the end product. And here is my finished version of Agave Abode. As you can see, I decided to keep the basic shape that the house had originally. It was kind of like an L shape, but I added a few bump outs here and there just to make it feel a little bit more natural. I also shortened the wall heights and added a lot of fun accessories on top. Please do not perceive the back of this build. Here's the top down of the floor plan. So we have the entrance here. You walk in and you are faced with two doors. These are the bedroom doors. We have a master bedroom on the right and a child's bedroom right here in front. And then over on the left, we have the bathroom. Only a single bathroom in this house, unfortunately, but it is a starter home. We have a full kitchen, a dining space, and a living room with a TV, which the first build did not have. So we managed to get a TV. Overall, this house is pretty empty and kind of needs a lot of love. So if you do end up downloading this house, I hope you find a fun way to fill it with a lot of joy and memories. For example, this kitchen is very bare, but I'm sure if you guys wanted to, you could make it look really cool. beautiful. An addition that I would make if I were to download this house would be to add a back porch or something, because this is such a beautiful view. You could add like a deck, and I think that would be very beautiful. You could also put the door like right here and move some of the kitchen stuff around. Obviously I can't do that because we didn't have enough money. But yeah, for how simple this house is, I think that it's a pretty awesome starter home. I hope y'all enjoyed watching me build this. So for our next episode, we are most likely going to be doing Johnny Zest's trailer. That's just what's next on our list. So look forward to that. And if I am not in the mood to do Johnny Zest's trailer, we'll probably be moving into this larger neighborhood right over here. But regardless, I'm really excited to keep renovating, and thank you guys so much for being patient with me and my content. I know that it sucks that my YouTube is kind of a second outlet for content, so I always prioritize my Twitch before my YouTube channel. But when I do manage to get a video out, it really means the world to me that you guys are there and ready to support it. So thank you guys so much. And if you haven't already and you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe. Also, leave a like and comment if you would like to. And without further ado, I will see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching my YouTube video. I don't know what I'm singing. This is my outro. But thanks. See you next time. Love you. Bye.